All right, guys, Shotty T here. We got another video. Want to have a couple of quick announcements. For one, the server transfers have been completed. The transfers all took place yesterday, and they concluded at reset. So now we have our server how it is. We had some moving around, some shuffling around with different members, and of course incorporated the new people into their new homes. So I really like the vibes that we're gonna have this season. No drama, which of course we like. Of course we got a couple of hot heads here and there. Of course, it can't be a utopia of no drama, but for the most part, it looks like we're gonna really get along this season. And the cool thing about being in this type of situation, because we did lose a couple of bigger people, but what it does is it creates opportunity for other people. More importantly, stuff like the arena. Of course, the arena is based off being the top 200 in your server. So especially the 3 versus 3 one. So let's look at it here. So top 200 in their server total hero power. So with stronger people leaving, that means other people get a chance to elevate themselves into the 3 versus 3 arena and take advantage of rewards like this. Even if you happen to finish in the top 200, that's like 15,000 under points and some diamonds. So obviously you got opportunities there. And when it comes to server wars, I know a lot of people think, well, if your server is not as strong as it used to be, are you going to get killed in the server wars? Not really, because what they normally do in the server wars, they kind of handicap it to wherever your power is. They try to match you with other people that have relative power as you. So we have a really good chance to be very competitive in the server wars. And then when it comes to the faction wars, of course, obviously, we're probably going to be mismatched against other folks, but you're not going to be going against other individual alliances. You're going to be teamed up with people. So this will be an opportunity for us to choose who we like to be teamed up with and build relationships. And you never know, it's kind of like being in a business. Any person that you interact with that is not with you, of course, the people that you do have, you want to try to retain them. And then the people that you interact that are not with you, you always look at them as a potential future customer. So it's like running a business. So I really like that. And then the other announcement is that we're about to start Meteor War. So I did this last night. Got 1.2 million points. I already got all my boxes. But they did upgrade the reward. So I'm not going to jump in right away because, like I said, I already got all my boxes. You only get all your boxes once, so you can't double collect. So you get a good amount of honor points, some drone parts, some speed ups, drone component chests, weapon shards, skill chip chests. So they upgrade the rewards, even though I still don't like the event overall. I mean, it's worth doing it because you get all this stuff. And if you do it the right way, you don't actually lose a lot of troops. So I figure I'll show you guys this because I think I showed a couple of these videos before. The first one I was kind of just winging it, but this is for people that don't have like the bigger accounts. This is the way that you could actually take advantage. So first and foremost, stay away from the middle. Unless you got like a super high account, just stay away from the middle. What I normally do is that I usually go to one of these cities that's within this red circle. All right, so there are 2 cities within this red circle. So let's go to this one. So what happens is you'll end up just getting a lot of stuff that just will naturally, well, let me just make sure. Well, I'm not going to go next to that guy. I'd rather go to a city. Now, obviously, if this was last night, I would be with people that, a lot of people that are in my alliance. So let me just see. I'll go up here, just stay out of these other people's way. So my shield is going to expire. So when you are in here, you're in a contaminated area. Now you can hunt from the outside of the lines, but it'll only allow you to get these little meteorites. So if you do that for 2 consecutive rounds, you should be able to get all the milestones if you do nothing but these, and just quickly, whenever you collect those, you just march directly to the next one. So Like I said, I already got my points from last time, so I'm not gonna go crazy. But if I see someone trying to get frisky with me, then I'll just have to get my hands dirty. Now, sometimes you'll see people do some sleazeball tactics. Like, let's say if you got something that's almost finished collecting, you'll literally have someone march right when it's about to finish collecting if they know they're stronger, and then they'll collect this at the last minute. So the way it works, obviously you have these milestones to hit individually, but there are also rewards rankings individually. So depending on where you finish, you get these rewards, but it's not really worth going all out for. So, I mean, because a lot of this is really based off of how many of these black things you accumulate. But if you're in the middle, you get the blue items, and obviously the more of those you get, the higher your points. But they take longer to collect, so they take 160 seconds to collect. The black ones, they take 80 seconds, and then the smaller ones take 40 seconds. So you can accumulate those quicker, but they give you less points per yield. So that's the idea there. And then also, let me go ahead and collect this while I'm there. And also another thing is that if you see someone that has one of these, you actually have the ability to attack them. And if you successfully cause damage to their base, you'll steal one of those from them. And obviously vice versa, if they're stronger than you and they hit you, then they'll be able to steal one from you also. So, but there are enough of these out here where people can actually collect items without coming across each other. I was just doing that because nobody was there. So, but if you don't want any conflict, just walk away. Because like I said, there's enough of these out here. That's the reason why I go near these cities, because a lot of times these items right here, they'll pop next to the cities. Now you got literally 3 people next to this and nobody's trying to collect it. Like, are they just staring at it? Or they just swoop in and get it? But I think they're just waiting for somebody else to get it and then steal it from them. So I'm just going to stay away. Are they all in the same alliance? Well, they are actually all in the same alliance. I'm not sure why they're just sitting there, but that's a poison one right there. I'm not touching that. So right now we don't have too many people in the server. So just to look at the color codes. The color code, if it's red, obviously that's foreign. The white collection means that nobody's on them. And of course, with the if they're yellow, that means that they're occupied by someone else that's in your server. And if they're blue, they're occupied by someone else that's in your alliances. So obviously you can't do anything about the blue one because they're in your alliance. The yellow ones, you can attack them, but I don't recommend doing that because you wanna be friendly within your server. So if you want to try to go after someone else's goods, you can go after the red. But keep in mind, if you do it, they're gonna do it to you. And if you want that smoke, hey, by all means do it. I mean, it does count towards versus points. You get some versus credit for it if you haven't gotten it. Now, we got pretty busy last night against this Korean alliance. Like, I think they merged some strong people at the end of the week, luckily. But so it was a lot of fighting last night. 'Cause these are pretty crazy scores for a Buster Day. So got a lot of action. I had full drill grounds last night, and now my drill grounds are probably like 2/3, yeah, 2/3 of the way full. So, which is fine, and got some new troops I need to put out there. I can't, of course, when you're in a foreign server, you can't use the VIP buff. So I'm just gonna just kind of chill there. And then another quick announcement that I was actually going to say before this actually started is that I actually ran into a subscriber at a poker hall 2 nights ago. Shout out to JT. And he actually took a picture of me. I know you guys, I don't think, well, some of you guys probably have a picture of me. Actually, there's a picture of me. If you go back all the way to one of my early videos on my channel before I started Last War, there are some pictures of me. Of course, you see my profile picture as well for the channel. But he took a picture of me. He's in an alliance that's just finished in season 2, and he actually shared some people. Oh, I'm sitting next to Shotty. It's like, no, you're not sitting next to him. And then he showed the picture. But But they, none of you guys see my face. So I said, that's not him. How do you know that's him? So a better thing he should have did is just took a picture of my phone, because like I said, we were literally sitting next to each other at the poker table. So all he could have did is just took a picture of his phone, just took a picture of my phone and say, hey, here's proof. I'm sitting right next to him. I just took a picture of his phone. So that's, so he could have did that, but that's fine. But that was pretty cool. So a shout out to JT there. We've been playing poker for a while, but of course, you never know who you run into that plays this game. So this game, like I said, I really like the Canyon Storm. They did bring it back, so it looks like that's a permanent fixture. So I'm gonna try my best to record this action. Worst case scenario, I'll at least record it without sound and then just do a voiceover edit afterwards. If of course I have an opening at work, I'll try to do a live commentary. But if I happen to get a phone call, or if I have something else that goes on, like a meeting or something, then I'll just at least leave the recording on. You'll know if I'm occupied, if I'm literally not doing anything. But if I'm in the action, that doesn't automatically mean that I can talk if I'm on the phone, because I can do a little bit of multitasking if I'm on the game. It's not that difficult of a day job that I have. But there are some times where literally you only got two hands. So if I'm talking and typing, I can't use a third hand on this game. So yeah, so again, if because it was pretty interesting though that the guy actually played the game. So like he said, he was going to share. So yeah, I will be, if anyone, just so you guys are curious, I guess if I'm going to get a following like this, I will be in Tampa in about 3 weeks, Labor Day weekend. I got a buddy of mine I'm visiting down there because I do fantasy football. There will be a fantasy football draft that I will be doing. So, and I'm going to be staying at the Seminole Hard Rock. So if any subscribers happen to live in the Tampa area, hey, just give you a shout out. So, but yeah, so that's that there. So as far as these Meteor Wars, like I said, it's not much to it. Like I said, depending on how much action you want. But if you just want to get the boxes, the easy way to do it is just hang out here. And again, I'm not seriously going after it because, again, I got all the boxes last night. So you can approach it one of two ways. Either you go all out when it first happens 10 minutes after the reset, or you kind of go half and half. If you want to be more passive, just sit on the sidelines, only collect these the whole time, what they allow you to do. Because when you're on the sidelines, they won't allow you to mine stuff like these or the bigger blue ones in the middle. So because what happens is if you get ported out, or if you teleport manually outside of this red area, you automatically lose all of black the black crystals that you've collected. So that's the thing about it. So if you want to try to accumulate more, like if I wanted to right now, I could just literally go after this guy. But they obviously have a lot of their alliance members in this area, so I would make myself an easy target if I were to go after any of their individual alliance members. And then of course, but we're gonna, who is this guy? I probably could have went after that. Nah, like I said, it's not really worth the squeeze at this point. And let me look at this other city. So this is an area, this is a safe area where I probably could have went to help out teammates. Now I will do this, just like that alliance that's grouped together. I'll probably go over here now just because I got more alliance members over here, just in case someone gives our alliance members a hard time, then I'll give them the business. So matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and go over here. I'm going to sit next to Hope, one of our new members. I really like her already. So like I said, we got a lot of great character people that's been added. So I'm going to literally get next to Hope. Actually, let me see what this guy's base look like. I don't want him to just take my stuff. All right, I'm not worried about him. Okay, so we'll literally sit next to Hope. I don't want this guy to think I'm going after him. I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to be the sleazeball today. So I'm just here to protect my alliance members from being attacked randomly from other people. So that's all I'm doing. And I'll just go nobody's going after this. I guess I'll go after it. And okay. So yeah, so this is it. I mean, it lasts 30 minutes, so it's kind of difficult to do a live stream of this for 30 minutes because you run out of stuff to really talk about for one, and it just is basically the same thing. You're just collecting items, getting boxes, running up the standings. So hypothetically speaking, if I was taking this one more seriously, my score is probably, yeah, I only got 105,000. So I'm casually doing this, and I would have hypothetically opened 4 boxes by now. But let's say if I can get if I can be casual and still get 150,000, well, I would have to get 300,000 in order to do this. But casually, I can probably get 300,000 just by doing what I'm doing now. So that means you can literally just kind of chill, stay out of trouble, get half your boxes when it first comes out 10 minutes after reset. And then the second time it comes out is 12 and a half hours after reset. And it'll likely, well, so usually when the off season happens, this is a frequent event that takes place. So this event will take place again next weekend. I'm not going to record that. The videos that I'm likely going to record next week, I'm going to do the Canyon Storm Battlefield for sure. Probably going to revisit some other videos that are probably more outdated to try to make them more refreshed. I'm going to go back through my channel and look through those. And of course, anything that you guys want to talk about, I can definitely do that. Also, I try to make my channel as user-friendly as possible. So I think, but that being said, I think I'm going to leave it here. Like I said, there's really not much more to talk about, but I'm really excited about things ahead for 255. So again, if you're in a situation like this where your alliance may not be as powerful compared to other alliances, it's not a negative because, again, you will get fair matchups when it comes to server wars. And obviously, when it comes to versus opponents, I mean, they're going to put you in I mean, it depends on if you're gold or silver or diamond. So you might have some growing pains the first couple of weeks, but you'll get matched in the right tier that you belong in if you're overperforming at the moment. So and then when it comes to faction wars, just make friends with the people that you're in, and let's use it as a recruitment opportunity. So I believe we have that edge to recruit people. We got a lot of really good people, and so I like that. But that'll do it, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.